Bill Moseley, and you're in the horror basement. Lick my plate, you dog bitch.
Welcome to the Horror Basement, the TN Horror News Podcast, coming to you from the basement of my mom's trailer, where we put out horror all over the land like biscuits and gravy, baby. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny Leroy. We got our horror experts here, JimJam.
JimJam here.
Yeti.
Hey.
Hi. Oh, sorry. I couldn't help myself when you said hey. But guess what, guys? 3 years.
Oh, fuck. No, well, by the time this comes out, it will be.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of the podcast.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
What?
I told you I was going to surprise you. I knew you didn't remember.
Fuck.
It's on Yeti's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to me and the podcast.
Yeah,
What's
see?
up?
What's
Well,
up with that?
damn, man,
Bam!
What a coincidence.
Yeah. We started this on October 1st, or that's when we launched our first podcast. That
And
was,
it was a
15 minutes.
A 15-minute commentary of Telepo.
Telepo.
I will put the link in the...
Here's a fun tidbit on Telepo. We had to redo that 3 times. I think... or you watched it like 3 times? I think I watched it twice because the audio fucked up. And we thought we was playing through a microphone, but it was only playing through the laptop speaker. Remember that?
Yeah.
God, it was so bad. It's still bad, but still.
If you go back and listen to episode 1
Dude,
to now, it
this is wild.
Dramatic difference.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 years, guys. 3 years, and
We
many
are
more to
still
come.
in infant status.
Yeah, we're or is
But-
it toddlers?
This is episode 117.
Yeah, episode 117. It all began 3 years ago from me just saying.
There
hey.
would be more, but we took like a 2 month hiatus kind
That
of.
when we first started, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna work out well. But you know, that's how it goes. We started this just to do it. Well, I did. I was like, I'll do a podcast with you, JJ.
And I was like, what's a podcast?
Yeah. Look where we're at. Look where we're at. Look where Tennessee Horror News is. It's all because of me. You're welcome.
It's all because of
I'm going to take credit for everything. Not really. But no, seriously. And that's all joking. But 3 years for us. We appreciate everyone that listens and everything that y'all, you know, your interactions and getting to meet people that we've talked to online and getting to meet people in person's been pretty fucking awesome. And getting to talk to some of, you know, the big horror icons, especially when we first started out, when we had no clue what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we were fucking interviewing people that we shouldn't have been interviewing. Because JimJam had the balls to just be like, hey, let us interview you. And they were like, yeah, okay. They had no clue what they were getting into. And,
Oh, man.
but we have talked to quite a few people.
Had some heavy hitters on the podcast.
Yes, and they're...
Early on, and we were...
Like-
we shouldn't be interviewing the people then.
No, we shouldn't have interviewed any of them.
They're
but-
probably like, good God. Well, that's
Yeah.
probably why they don't want to come. Well, Felissa Rose, luckily, she's come back,
2 times. And
for us, and then once. Yeah.
and every time it's on Super Bowl Sunday.
So, yeah, we're not going to
So-
interview. We're going to try to interview her again next one, and just to see her reaction of how things have been since Victor Crowley's come out.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to get her back on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see. But guys, so just so you know what's going to happen in this podcast, we suggest that you go watch Hell House LLC right now because that's going to be the movie of the week. Stop right here. Go watch it. It's like an hour and a half, an hour and 39 minutes long, I think. Go watch it real quick.
And it is on Shudder.
Yes, it's on Shudder and
Amazon Prime.
So, like we said, we're going to try to do these movies from streaming services. Most people will have, but you should have Shudder. Like I said last week, it's kind of like Netflix. You can share it. I don't think that's bad to say. Is that bad? I wouldn't think so.
No.
But But this week on the podcast, we're going to talk about mainstream versus indie horror. Y'all know how we feel, and we're going to go more into depth with that on, everything. Horror subgenres, because, horror genre itself seeks to ignite your fear and dive right into them. So, as with life and all that stuff, and we're going to get more into that. We're going to also, like I said, Hell House LLC, the movie of the week, and we've got like 2 questions for the Q&A, but whatever. So let's run into this mainstream versus indie horror. Y'all ready? What y'all think?
Yeah.
So are you a fan of both? And would you consider big budget films mindless entertainment with flashy CGI? Or is indie horror thought provoking creative cinema? What do you think? Yeti?
I don't know. It's painted black and white like that. I think it's just because there's some, there's some big budget movies. I'm sure that could really get you thinking. Mother, I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it. It's really cerebral, apparently. But whatever.
What movie?
Mother, Jennifer Lawrence, came out earlier this year, I think. Just the way it's shot. It's like built to cause anxiety. I don't know. But I've seen a lot of indie horror movies that are just fucking mindless entertainment. So, I mean, but I am a fan of indie horror because, I mean, that's where the heart is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a bajillion dollars to throw shitty CGI at every problem you have. Big fan of indies. Because for nothing else, there's the passion there, and that's where a lot of the best horror that we're getting is coming out of. Because the studios really don't know how to handle it right now.
So
we're just getting a bunch of jump scares and shit.
So you're saying that it's more creative cinema?
Yeah, I
can
would
be.
say.
I say it can
maybe
be.
not. Maybe not in the vein of it's always more creative story wise. But there's all the things that you have to go through to shoot a movie, and being broke leads you to be more creative and finding more creative ways to, solve the problems that you have. You know what I'm saying? So it takes I feel like there's more work in an indie film, and there's more heart. And there's more variety for goddamn sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
JimJam?
All right. I like both. Mainstream, I've got the Meg. I enjoyed it. A lot of people maybe didn't, but I don't know. It's a mindless kind of movie. You really ain't got to think too much. It's just
I like them kind of movies,
cool,
though.
fun movie.
I mean,
but
it's that's the whole point to me. Is a movie is you have a reaction. If it's fun, it's fun.
because one of my favorite movies is an indie horror, and that's them the Possession of Michael King, and then of course we got Terrifier.
That's a good movie.
What else? Just
Autopsy of Jane.
Yeah, Autopsy of Jane Doe. So
Was that an indie?
yeah,
God damn, that was a good movie.
that was an IFC
was a
midnight
good movie.
movie.
Oh yeah. God
And
damn,
that's
a
one
good
thing
movie.
I love, man. IFC, man, they actually bring some heavy hitters, I believe, that should be ranked up there with some mainstream shit. Like mainstream shit, I say The Nun.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
that's the thing you get into with like mainstream horror movies. You get popcorn movies, like for everywhere I've heard, The Nun is just a popcorn movie, kind of like The Conjuring. I love the Conjuring series.
Yeah, I like the Conjuring movies, but The Nun just didn't do it for me.
What about Annabelle?
Eh,
Do you think they were trying to play it off, or I haven't watched any of them movies, like
Yeah.
zero. Yeah, I don't know, like just I'm not like if I could watch them, but it's just I have to be in the mood, and I do want to get all of them and watch them all together though. Like that's for that's what I like doing is watching the whole
That'd be
series
awesome.
over a weekend.
yeah.
Because same way with Hatchet, I had never watched it, but I watched every single one of them over a weekend, and fucking dude,
It's
yeah,
awesome
yeah,
to watch.
yeah.
Fucking sit down and watch like 4 hours of fucking Victor Crowley just slaying motherfuckers.
I mean, but you watch one or two one day, and then the next day, and it just so that way you're in the mood, you know what's going on. See, and you might have a different feeling about The Nun if you got to watch them all in a row.
Well,
But then again, though, you might have a more horrible feeling about it because then you can see the the correlation, I guess, of the storyline.
well, you'd have to watch The Nun out of sync with the other ones, kind of.
If you want to really discuss mainstream and indie horror, it's the creative ability that an indie horror director or writer has, or producer, whatever, has to the freedom is what I'm going for. Is what they have to
there's
do.
so much creative freedom.
Yes, that's it. And mainstream, you don't get that because the movie studio is on you.
Yeah.
And then you got to worry about releasing it to the cinemas. So then you got to worry about the rating that you're going to get.
So the MPAA.
Yeah. So that to even get it out there, is it going to get an NC-17? Is it going to get an X rating or something? You know.
That's something.
Yeah,
You got to worry about that.
So many of my favorite indies would never have been touched by a big studio.
Like a lot of the Unearthed Films movies, like that Guinea Pig, that film collection, there's no way that's getting put out to a theater, and there's no way that would ever get made with a big, studio backing that. I mean, it just, I'm not saying Unearthed Films ain't big. It's just they have
They're more of a cult following.
They have their extreme horror is what they like.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Stephen Biro and Unearthed Films. They do. When I think about their movies, man, it kind of reminds me of talking to George C. Romero and talking about George A. Romero about how films used to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Fucking. If anybody's out there making dangerous movies, it's fucking Unearthed. They're fucking, it's insane, the stuff that they do. And they do it well. So, yeah, and a big budget studio would never touch that shit.
No, never in a million years, because it's just too edgy.
And it looks like
it's too fucking hardcore.
He don't need that because he has a hell of a following that he don't need.
Well, and also, though, you got to think, like, an independent film's going to push more toward practical effects, which we've always, said that practical effects are better than CGI, which is granted, using some CGI is not a bad move. I can understand you want to add a little bit more blood to it, to the screen or whatever. You want to show that.
Yeah.
You want to add a little effect over here or there, but to make your whole character CGI, which, I mean, I agree on, like, the It movie. If it would have been more practical, it would have been a better movie.
And it's easily done.
And I still enjoyed that movie just because I like clowns and I thought it was funny. Yep. Just because, to me, he made me laugh when I seen him. And I wasn't never scared in that movie. It's not a scary movie to me. It's just, I like it. I like the Loser Club and all that shit.
I'm pretty excited for part 2.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see where they go with it. It's the same way with the big budget Halloween movie that's coming out. I mean, I guess some would say that it's not real big budget, but I imagine it's huge.
And I found out, I don't know, it's probably no news to people, but it's a Blumhouse movie also.
Yeah, I mean, they're producing it, and so Blumhouse now is fucking, got massive with the shit that they're putting out. And
well, they're mainstream now.
But they're creative.
Yeah.
They are creative. So I'm just really interested in seeing this in that movie. The bad thing is when it comes out is, the time of the Full Moon Festival. But we're still going to try to go see it sometime. And, maybe that'll be the movie of the week on that podcast. Or maybe not. I mean, we'll see.
Because truthfully, that is accessible to almost anybody, but you just got to go to the theater and see it.
Yeah, but do you want to ruin it for some people if they haven't gone and seen it? Because Hell House LSC's been out since 2000. Like the movies that we do, they're older, a little bit older, and it's not like they're rare or nothing, So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm a fan of both. I mean, I'm not going. I think it'd be kind of hard not to be a fan of both.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
There are some people out there that are probably like, I only watch indie horror. I don't like indie horror. I'm only like the mainstream, like the big budget movies and.
Yeah.
because I'm not a big fan of independent wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it don't have the same feel, and when you try to watch it on TV. Now, granted, them people are fucking awesome, but it doesn't have the same production value. But if I was going to watch it in person, I'm down. So, that's all I was saying. Like with the independent and mainstream, wrestling companies.
Yeah, and I think that's there's pitfalls with indie horror too. Like, I mean, sometimes, man, you get a cast of people who's got like 2 good actors in it, and like 7 or 8 people who aren't great. I mean, there's little things that I get why people are like they think they're too good for indie horror or something. But I mean, if you get past the little nitpicky shit and just, I don't know. There's such a wide range of stuff that's there.
All in agreement that we're fans of both mainstream and indie. And let's move on to our next topic. Horror subgenres. Horror subgenre, the horror genre itself seeks to ignite your fears and dive right into them. As with life, the same thing doesn't do it for everybody. Kind of like horror. Not everybody likes the same thing. Just like me, I don't really care for the ghost and possession movies. They're okay. I will watch them, but they're not my favorite, right? So, which is your favorite subgenres? JimJam? Yeti?
Man, it depends on the mood, depends on the day, really. Horror comedies are always something I'm down for. Little Tucker and Dale versus Evil, like some Babysitter or something. Possession movies or possessions, hauntings. Demons and ghosts is kind of my thing. And anthologies. Fucking love me some anthologies.
I like the horror comedies, and I guess slashers is a genre, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, but like everyone should know by now, because we're 3 years into this, I'm newer to horror, like, so I haven't watched everything, and I haven't, but like the whole the possession stuff, I mean, it's all right. I don't care for like Paranormal Activity, that kind of bullshit. To me, it's just bullshit.
No,
I mean, that's just my personal opinion, though. It's not, but because you can't like everything, and you're probably not going to. And vampire movies, I enjoy vampire movies. I'm not sure. Monster movies,
Yeah.
like the paranormal stuff. I mean, I like some of them, but I don't like them all. I guess that's with everything. But it's not my go-to. JimJam, what's your thoughts on it? Paranormal. You love paranormal.
Yeah, paranormal I really enjoy. I actually like a lot of the Paranormal Activity movies.
Yeah, and like I say, I haven't watched them because I'm just not interested in that type of movie. And I think a lot of it has to do with these movies are done, and then they get this really big buzz, and then they fucking crank out like one movie a year after, and just, I don't know. It always goes downhill.
Can we jump into this horror genres and subgenres?
That's what we're doing, so yeah.
I'm talking about this this bracket that we have that I found. Gore and disturbing. Breaks down to torture, splatter, cannibal, and extreme. That's
all that. Let me get all that.
Yeah, that's Yetis right there. Psychological, phobia and isolation.
Such as The Shining and Buried. Fanaticism.
Madness and paranoia and home invasion. Like madness and paranoia would be like the Babadook and Goodnight Mommy.
Babadook is good. I really like that movie. It's a thinker.
What about home invasion? Would that be that one Hush? That was home invasion, wasn't it?
Inside.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I would think of Strangers.
The Strangers?
The movie, and even The Purge. Because they're all... Yeah, You're Next.
Yeah. What
That was
about
a good
the
one. I don't even fucking
what's that
remember
one? The blind man.
Have
They
no-
break into his house. They're gonna.
Oh
steal
yeah,
his money.
I don't know. Yeah,
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. Yeah, that's.
I still want to watch that movie.
But then there's Killer. We'll go ahead, Yeti. Sorry.
That movie, Don't Breathe. Watch that one.
And then we got Killer, which is slasher, like high tension
Oh
scream.
fucking come on! They use slasher and they don't fucking put out Friday the 13th on there. Like
Yeah, well,
one of the fucking ultimate slasher movies.
Friday the 13th, Halloween.
Fucking Freddy Krueger or Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, that would be considered a slasher, correct?
Yeah.
But that's
All
also
the classic
psychological,
slasher.
though. Crime? I have no fucking clue what that word is.
Hey, Yeti, on the Killer where it says crime, and what is that word?
I have
Giallo.
no idea.
Giallo.
Giallo.
The 20th century Italian thriller or horror genre of literature and film.
Yeah.
I have no clue what that means. That must.
Backwoods and
Giallo?
redneck. Got backwoods and redneck. Wrong Turn, Wolf Creek, The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Then the monster movies are like massive on here because I mean the monster movies kind of really started it, don't you think?
Yeah,
From back
well,
in the day with the vampires.
Universal monsters.
But I mean like Nosferatu.
Yeah, yeah. So you got monsters and you got Neo monsters, Jeepers Creepers, The Descent, Animals in Nature, Jaws, Cujo. What else? The Meg.
The Meg.
Small creatures,
Yeah,
Johnny.
that's what I was thinking. It was
Johnny,
Italian, but I
there's
didn't wanna-
yours. Small creatures.
Yeah, Critters, Gremlin, Chucky. I mean, Chucky's a
That's
small
a
creature,
slasher.
but he's a small creature too. No, I'm fucking with you. He's fucking.
And
I'll kick his ass, guys.
Then from monsters goes into another genre of zombies. Undead, virus, like undead. You got Dawn of the Dead, Dead Snow, which that could go into comedy, horror comedy. Then
what about the? Did y'all ever watch the new Mummy movie?
No.
Did anybody in here
Didn't
watch that?
They have.
Yeah, with Tom Cruise.
I've never seen it.
Like, cause like, why don't they make a good scary like actual mummy movie?
It's a Universal won't let it go. Is that probably?
Yeah.
Then you got Virus is 28 Days Later, Planet Terror. Then you can go on like was it I Am Legend? That's a
Yeah.
so. Then we got Vampire, Stakeland, 30 Days and Nights, which got mentioned last week.
Yeah, them are the monster movies.
You know, Werewolf.
Stakeland was good.
What? Stakeland?
Yeah.
Well, even with what's it called? They're making a second. With Woody Harrelson and the other dude. Zombieland.
That we had. Oh yeah, well that's that, but then that's in comedy, horror comedy.
But I was just sitting there thinking,
Then
I don't know.
hey,
When you said
Werewolf,
Stakeland.
Dog Soldiers, Werewolf in London. Is that
Wolf Cop.
Wolf? Yeah, Wolf
Cop.
Cop.
Bubba the Redneck Werewolf.
And we got
These are all horror comedies that are
classic and
wolves,
mythology. This is for Craig right here. Classic and mythological. Say that word.
Mythological.
There you go.
Mythological.
So
Yeah.
this would be like the Universal stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like,
And giant
Frankenstein,
monsters and-
Dracula,
The Mummy, Werewolf, and
the creature from the Black Lagoon.
yeah. But
Giant monsters, Cloverfield, The Mist. Fall.
was the
Fall,
Mist?
The Fall, yeah, because it had like alien stuff.
I thought that was just like, I guess they were big creatures that come in. Yeah, that's true.
Look, they got aliens
A
on
lot
here.
of people didn't like that movie.
The two movies they got.
The Mist.
Look, the two movies they got suggested for aliens is Signs and The Thing. But they don't have aliens.
Well, Aliens is sci-fi horror.
Oh, okay, it's over here.
Like see, like this list goes like really, really in depth, and
Well, we got.
I mean, then you go through
I will shut up after
paranormal.
this. Paranormal, yeah. Haunted House. The two houses October built.
yeah, they're more okay movies.
Then we got Possession, The Exorcist, The Evil Dead, the Taking of Deborah Logan, Possession of Michael King.
Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah, Autopsy of Jane Doe.
No, she wasn't really possessed. She's more.
She was a witch.
Yeah, she was a witch, right?
Well,
yeah.
hey, what about that one, Hereditary? Oh, yeah. So, then Devils and Demons. At the Devil's Door, Drag Me to Hell.
Devil and Demon in Hell.
Yeah.
Which is an occult, you know how
The
what them
Conjuring,
are.
The Witch,
Yeah,
The Nun.
the Hell Blair Witch Project, which
Yeah.
also segues into Hell House LLC because it's a found footage film.
Yep.
And you know what though? Like found footage could be a subgenre.
I mean, it really is.
I mean, because now it is. Because back in the day, I mean, after Blair Witch come out, I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, let's
Found
do
footage
this,
is one. It's right there.
Yep.
The Blair Witch Project.
Then you got your supernatural and you know all that stuff. But
I'm just gonna say these real quick: comedy, horror, French extremedia. The name I can't speak. Sci-fi horror, revenge, horror, romance.
I don't know why he chooses to read lists when he can't read.
Found footage, meta, creepy kid, gothic horror, anthology. Trick or Treat was a phenomenal movie. I have it on Blu-ray. Technology and body
that was
horror.
one of Yeti's favorite subgenres is anthologies.
Yep. So I will
I
shut
love
up, Johnny,
anthologies,
since you say I can't talk. I'm not talking no more.
Well, I mean, you just read a list off. It's kind of boring.
It bothers me so much that
he
Blair
reads
Witch
lists? I
Project
agree.
is forever
Oh,
the example of fucking found footage.
is it not the birth of found footage?
I mean,
no, there was something before it.
But what was it that you remember?
That I don't remember, but I heard
Exactly.
That there was
So
something
you got to
before.
think that it's like Michael Jackson was the king of pop. It's the king of found footage.
yeah, it is, but it's fucking.
Not everybody likes
and
it.
You know what? I really like a good found footage movie. I really do. I really get into them. There's something about it that I just love.
Well,
but
hey,
in my humble opinion, Blair Witch Project was hot garbage.
well, you can also go.
You do know
back
we
and listen to our.
we've talked to Ed Sanchez. So
Yeah, we talked to the writer and director of that movie on the podcast back in the day. You go check that out if you want.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Mrs. Jam, next week or Monday is the anniversary of the podcast. Tomorrow.
Yeah, so while we're into this horror subgenres, I got a little game. Do you want to play a game? Do you? Do you? Let's see if are we gonna. Hey, should we like make y'all buzz in, like say your name
Yeah, say our name.
to movies for subgenres? Can you list these movies and their subgenre? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The Thing.
JimJam. Alien.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Also, body horror.
Yeah, because that's like a
Sci-fi monster movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you get into it. And this movie, I have no clue. So, I mean, I got it written. Our wonderful producer, Mrs. Jam, has given me a cheat sheet. Junk. Have y'all? I don't know if y'all know this movie. Junk.
JimJam. That's vampire, right?
Like,
And cannibal. Foreign. Okay.
yeah, foreign movie. You're doing horrible at this, Yeti.
I know.
Chopping Mall.
Ooh, pick me.
Yeah, go Yeti.
That's a slasher.
Slasher.
That's like classic slasher.
Dead Heat.
JimJam.
Yeah.
Is that a zombie? Oh, horror comedy.
You're wrong. You did get it the second time, but still. Here's one, Leviathan.
Fantasy? Oh, JimJam.
Yeah.
Fantasy? I don't even know.
Well, mystery, but it's not really fantasy. Fantasy is more,
I was thinking.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh.
Yeah, Yeti. Since y'all...
It's a slasher, and it's a little bit of psychological horror.
Yeah, there
It's
you go.
like a garnish.
There you go. I mean, I gotta give
Who's
y'all the...
keeping points?
Well, y'all both suck at this. I think Mrs. Jam gave y'all some really fucking hard horror movies to put in genres. What would the clown be? What would the movie Clown be?
I would almost say monster slash
Possession?
No.
Well, I mean, he puts on the suit and it possesses him, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But it takes like a monster too.
Almost kind of like a
slasher,
a body horror.
Like that thing hits
body horror.
Body horror.
Almost because it kind of takes over.
Why do you put this?
Because I was trying to get your attention. Phantasm.
Yeah. Just yell it out. Phantasm, guys.
Okay, Johnny, you say it.
Phantasm. The movie Phantasm.
JimJam?
Sure.
We're a slasher?
Well, this is part of the game. Yeti.
No, that's more of a paranormal fucking...
Paranormal.
Even though he's got that dope-ass little metal ball.
Little fantasy, little paranormal. This is a good game, guys. Y'all both lost. Fuck you both. Yeah. She did pick some movies y'all should have watched that I shouldn't have. Anyways, we're moving on.
What's going on?
Been saying it for months. Shudder is the streaming service for any horror hound. It doesn't matter if you like horror comedies, splatter flicks, old school exploitation, or some good pop horror. Shudder has everything you could want. And we've teamed up with them. It's a natural fit, you guys. So why don't you go on over and use promo code TNHorror and get you a 30-day free trial of the best streaming service for the horror hounds on us. Because we love you.
All right, guys. So right now, we just want to talk to you guys about why Tennessee Horror News even got started. This is the reason why. Because of the Nashville Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival. Look, Ben and Stacy Dixon, they put on this festival every year. This is their 17th annual horror festival. It's going on October 19th through the 21st.
This year, the festival will be held at 3 separate venues. The Hotel Preston Embassy Suites, Airport, and Full Moon Cineplex, home of Slaughterhouse, haunted attraction. Full Moon Cinema, and Lone Wolf Tattoo.
What would be a tattoo and horror convention without live tattooing? There's going to be panels. There's going to be movies introduced by the stars. Let me tell you, there is no cooler feeling than sitting in a theater and watching a movie with the star of the film in the theater.
Pretty badass.
It's such a cool feeling. They're going to have special celebrity guests out on the floor. It's just going to be a great time.
Yeah, guys. So you definitely need to check them out. Like Yeti was saying, there's nothing like having the celebrity there that you're watching the movie with. And they have concessions at the Full Moon Cineplex. You can go check them out and get more information at fullmooninc.net. So go get your tickets now. They did have more hotel packages or whatever slots open. Not sure if they do now. But you might be able to still get a hotel there. So go check them out, guys. fullmooninc.net. Also, it's that time of year.
Time of year?
And you need a candle in your life.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you do. You need a candle.
Not just any candle.
Not just any candle. No, you need to go to Etsy. You need to go to Macabre Melts. And you need to get the Tennessee Horror Nights candle. I'm telling you, if you love fall, if you reminisce about a slasher killing you while you sit around a campfire, this is a candle for you because it's pumpkin campfire with a crackling wick. Hit up Macabre Melts at Yeti. So go support us. Get that fucking candle.
Real quick plug. We also got a merch page. Check it out.
Yeah. So, with that being said, it's movie of the week time. This is the movie of the week. Movie of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And, as we told you, the movie of the week this week is Hell House LLC. I chose this movie, and we're going to do Hell House LLC 2 next week, and then we're going to be interviewing
The interview with the director, Stephen Cognetti.
the writer-director of Hell House LLC. We'll have the 2 podcasts, and you'll have the interview after. Next week movie is Hell House LLC 2.
Yeah.
That way, because there will be spoilers in all these, that's why we say go watch these movies. That's why we gave out last week what we were doing. Hell House LLC, 2016 film. Released in 2016. Imagine it was shot before that, because, you know, every movie is. The writer and director, as we said, Stephen Cognetti. And this film, guys, was shot at a real haunted house in Layton, Pennsylvania. And the haunt did actually take over an abandoned hotel, just like in the movie. So, which is pretty fucking creepy. I will say, though, I did choose this movie. Just because, I mean, it is haunted house season. You know, and we might as well roll with the haunted house theme. You know, we love haunted houses around here. So, definitely go check out, you know, Slaughterhouse in Nashville if you're going to check out any haunted house. That's who we're pushing, and that's who we're behind, because they're great friends of ours and they support us. But with that being said, this film was okay, in my opinion. I mean, granted, we're gonna talk to Steven and all that. I'm not bashing this film. I did like it, but JimJam Yeti, they kind of played it up to me, and that might have been the problem. Because they love this motherfucker. So I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a banger. Like, as the young kids say nowadays, it's going to be a fucking banger.
It's going to be lit, y'all.
Yeah, it's going to be lit. And I was like...
Yeet.
Yeek.
Yeet?
I think that's what the cool kids are saying now.
Yeet. But, I enjoyed the film, but it's not my... Which, I mean, I say that about every film. It's not my favorite.
You know, I wanted it to have more of the haunt element before people started getting killed.
I thought it did, though. I mean, they showed a lot of the haunt, like, building it, but the stuff that they were going through...
I wanted to see more people going through it, like, kind of like the houses October built.
I got you.
Yeah, or like Talon Falls or something.
Yeah.
I watched this movie, like, last year sometime... for review, actually. So if you guys want to go check out the review archives,
there you go.
Hell House LLC is on there. I enjoyed it. I've seen it like 3 times now.
Yeah, so you love it. Like, and it's a found footage film, and so we should probably
put really
put
well done found footage. There's not a lot of shaky cam.
There is some shaky cam. That's
there is, but it's where it counts.
Yeah, true. They're running, and I guess I should have thrown that out there at the very beginning. Some people might not like it because it's found footage.
Yeah.
There's some people that just, I won't watch a found footage film, you know?
My wife's like that. She won't watch found footage.
But some people it makes nauseous, so.
Yeah, that's it.
And this film did win Best Paranormal Film at Fear Feet Film Festival.
Hell yeah.
In Mississippi. So, I mean, go watch this movie for sure. I mean, don't avoid this movie. Because I will say this. This is pretty much supposed to be in 2009 though, right? Because at the very beginning it says 2009 Halloween Haunted House Tour or whatever. Like at the very beginning of the film, that's what I picked up on. The scariest part of this movie. What was the scariest part of this movie for you? Or did the movie even scare you? Because it was creepy.
The aspect of the movie was that fucking clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy as
That
shit.
clown was creepy as fuck, dude. And it's just a mannequin. We're going to get into spoilers here.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just go watch this movie.
Where one of my favorite parts is where homeboy's heading down in the basement, and he sees the clown mannequin just kind of standing there staring down the stairs. And he's like, how'd you get up here, blah, blah, blah. And the clown just turns and looks at him.
Yeah, he looks down and then he looks over and then his head's turned.
Yeah.
That always creeps me out because you kind of know it's going to happen. You're waiting on it and it does and it still freaks you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, here's my thing. It's going to be a pussy ass thing too. But when he wakes up and she's sitting in the fucking floor, and this is exactly what I would do. Hide under the fucking blanket. Because, dude, you can't tell me that you've never hid under the blanket because you thought you seen something fucking crazy in your room at night.
Right.
You know what I mean, though? and he hid under the blanket, and I was like, oh, motherfucker, dude. That's exactly what I'd do.
And every time he peeks out, she's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But that last time I was like, don't fucking do it, man. And he
Yeah.
fucking peeked. I was like, no. I actually shouted no. Like, no.
What do you do? What do
You
do at
wait
that
till
point? Every
fucking
time you look
daylight.
at it, the damn thing's closer.
No, you stay under there
I
and you
mean-
wait till fucking daylight comes. Damn it. You take your chances that the daylight scares her away. That's the only
But
thing
you
you
know-
can do.
You know, it's just sitting there with its dead eyes, just staring at
Oh,
you.
and you just gotta wait for the anticipation of it touching you. God, because like you think you see something in your room and it's just like a shadow, and if you do that, then you're like, if this motherfucker touches me, I'm dead. Like you know what I'm saying? Then you know it's over. Like
if
if
you
it
sit there
touches
too
you, right?
long, you'll start be like, you'll just fuck it, just jump up and scream and then run out the room or something and nothing be there.
Well, I've never done that, like because I've overcome. But if something touched you though, what would you do? Then I'd flip my shit, dude. I would be out the bed. I'd be, oh my god!
That's
I'd
when
scream like a
Yeah.
pussy. I'd be
At
screaming like a
at
little
that point,
bitch.
it's time to.
Because either it's a ghost, which is probably not. It's probably some fucking killer in your house that's about to murder your ass.
I'd probably piss or shit myself.
Yes.
I would just try to accept the fact that
Death is
it was
upon
the
you.
end. You know.
Because the fucked up thing is, you pull the blanket over your head, and then the fan blows the blanket just a little bit, and it moves across your leg. You're like, oh fuck. Is that real?
Something just touched me.
Was that real? Was that? I don't know if that was real. But this film, like you said, it is shot well, and
Yeah.
it's about a group of friends that I guess they go and
They come from New York.
and they go and
they-
do haunted houses, right?
Yeah.
And one dude's trying to make money. The other ones are just doing it.
The backstory is that there was the guy who owned the hotel before was the leader of some sort of weird satanic cult,
Yeah.
and the Abaddon Hotel he had found was like the doorway to hell, and there's all this occult shit on the walls downstairs, and
Yeah, it's
well,
the Abaddon Hotel was the gateway to hell.
Yeah.
Is what he thought,
Yeah.
right? And he was there to stop the gateway. Is the way I took it. Now I could be wrong.
no,
No, he was not
he was
there
there
to
to
stop.
open that motherfucker.
Oh, he was there to open. Okay, my bad. I don't know
Yeah.
why I thought, well, maybe he built it to stop it, But yeah, you're right, because he did open it.
Yeah,
It is. The
And-
movie is freaky, especially, but it don't start like it's like every movie where you start out a story and then the last 45 minutes it gets really, really interesting.
Yeah. And the way I really like, one of the things I like about found footage films is like it's not just presented of itself. You've always got this bracket around it, this setup for it. Like it's a documentary or it's a body cam from a police officer or,
Yeah.
and they're, that
That was-
interview they're doing though, that shit's crazy. It's like,
That is
because
a
all the
twist.
people are, there's a bunch of people died, and everybody from the Hell House group is dead and unaccounted for, but except for Sarah, who just kind of pops up and is like, "Hell yeah, let's do this interview," So they're kind of talking to her about what's going on in the house, and yeah,
That's a good twist, and we won't ruin that twist. I don't think that twist should be ruined. With
no.
that is a really, really good twist. And JimJam, your thoughts on the movie?
I really enjoyed it. I like a
Haunted
good
House.
haunted
movie.
house movie.
I know.
So-
That's why I was like, he's gonna love this motherfucker. He's over there creaming in his pants.
And also
Sorry,
it's
I couldn't help
paranormal as well. So, two go hand in hand, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started thinking of witchcraft though for some reason because there was numbers on the wall and all that shit. Like they're like, oh, look at these numbers, look at these, the occult stuff, look at this. And is that more paranormal or is that witchcrafty? Like, I guess that is paranormal though.
Could you
I mean, it's hand in
imagine-
hand?
That one girl that was shackled up down there by herself.
Oh
pretty
fuck,
much.
dude! She's like, this isn't part of. Yeah, fuck that. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way I'd go in that fucking basement to begin with.
Yeah, they chained her up there in front of this giant pentagram in this
Fuck
ritual
that.
space, and then they get fucking surprised when the pentagram turns out to be a portal to hell and it fucking eats her.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. That's why I was just like, fuck that haunted house. Because, I mean, even going into the basement, you'd have to duck your head, like, trying to get through it.
No.
And I was like, man, fuck this.
You know,
There
the
ain't
filming
no
of that
fucking way.
movie, someone hit their head quite a bit.
Oh, God. Can't
Man,
imagine.
that.
Can't imagine. I definitely recommend going and seeing this film. Like I said, it wasn't my favorite film, no.
It's a fun
but
movie.
it's a fun movie, especially when it gets toward the end and you're just like, what the fuck? Fuck that. Fuck that.
What the fuck is really going on here?
Yeah, like fuck that. Not doing that. Not doing that. You know, that's what I thought about. I was thinking about that on the movie.
One thing, I don't know, it's a minor thing and it's dumb, but it made me go, well, what the girl that they hire to put in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay, the cameraman, I think his name's Paul, he
Peter.
is a fucking creep.
That's the guy that got
Possessed? I don't know.
possessed by that girl under the cover.
Yeah. He's just like, he's dead set on this chick getting naked in the basement
Yeah,
and taking
he-
her top off.
Yeah, he
And
is
dude's
always.
like,
You're not going to see no
no,
boobs.
there'll be none of that. And she gets down there, and he's like, being topless is bad. Let's just put her in her bra and panties. And I was just like, what? What the fuck is the point?
All right, so yeah, definitely go check out Hell House LLC. Check out Hell House LLC 2 on Shudder, because that will be next week's movie of the week.
Hell House LLC 2 explains a lot of 1. So
Yeah.
watch them back to back.
Hell House LLC Abaddon Hotel is technically Hell House LLC 2, right?
Yeah.
Or Hell House LLC 2 Abaddon Hotel.
So
Yeah.
that wraps up.
That does wrap up the movie of the week, and we're moving into Q&A. We got just a couple questions. You have that one question?
Child's Play reboot from MGM.
My opinion is they're going with it animatronic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're probably going to fuck it up.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. The good news is that the original franchise with the original director, Brad Dourif on voice, they're doing a TV series that's going to tie into the actual Chucky franchise, and they'll continue to make movies there. MGM just has the rights, so they're making their own little movie. It's honestly
trying to do
obviously a
an up-to-date.
cash grab. But I mean, maybe it'll be good for the horror community as a whole. You know, the more money we can get thrown at horror movies, the better.
True.
Or the more hate.
You know, just whatever.
No, we'll see how it goes. I mean, and that's the same way with like the new Halloween movie. Like, I hope it succeeds, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we also have one from Four Color Craig, and it's from last week. He's a little late on asking this, but we're going to ask it anyways. Would you rather watch movies from the 20th century or the 21st century forever? Like, you got to choose one. Forever.
So whichever one you choose, you can't watch the other, right?
Yeah. So it's either watch the older movies from, or
1999 and back, or 2000 and before.
so it's pretty much never ever being able to watch a new movie.
If you choose.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Like I
there's
love
a
the
lot
older
of
movies.
that I would miss, but
Like you'd never be able to see
it would
anything
be-
new, so you wouldn't be able to grow
So,
in
yeah,
your horror
yeah.
fandom.
I guess I just have to.
What if though? If you choose one, you forget about all the other ones.
that would suck. But still,
Then you wouldn't have nothing to be missing.
Yeah. See.
yeah.
And what if you're on a deserted island
Then you're not watching nothing.
and you only have raw fish to eat? No, I'm just fucking with you guys.
Well, I would say I'm gonna have to say 21st century, because I hardly ever go back and watch older movies. Anyways, I do a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say 21st century. It's,
It should be easy for Johnny.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why?
because you're pretty new to horror.
I mean, I watch the classics though. I wouldn't never get to watch Critters again. You would never be able to watch, like, is the Gremlins considered a horror movie?
Christmas horror.
You would never be able to watch The Lost Boys again. You would never be able to watch any fucking... Well, they make new Friday the 13th movies.
Oh, man.
That would be your
Hold on,
thing, though. Like, you'd have to watch the new shitty movies.
Was
That
Tucker and Dale versus Evil in 2000s?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
You'd always be able to watch Tucker and Dale, Wolf Cop.
Fuck yeah, we're good.
It'd be hard, because that's a really hard question, because, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nightmare on Elm Street. You'd be stuck with the remakes of all these movies.
I'm still going 21st century.
So it'd just be like, yeah, I don't watch them now, so just fucking continue on the path
Yeah.
of not watching them.
I think one of the only things I'd really miss is the first two Hellraiser movies.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Hellraiser, so I wouldn't miss it.
He's scared of them.
No, I'm not fucking
He
scared of fuck y'all.
He don't like the characters, but all right, guys. So we're gonna close this down. We thank y'all for listening, and next week's episode we're gonna talk about the occult, haunted attractions. Ooh, JimJam's gonna love that, and the paranormal. He's gonna love that shit. Haunted attractions and the paranormal. Oh God, it's y'all's favorite shit. And our movie of the week, of course, Hell House LLC 2, The Abaddon Hotel. So, thank y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all, and it's been 3 years, guys.
3 years.
And then many, many more to go.
Yes.
That's all we got. We out.
Peace.
Stay spooky. Try not to be an asshole.